Hello and welcome to the first episode of Lord of the Flings. I'm your host, Chris, and I'm joined by our contestant today, Rebecca. Rebecca, do you want to say hello? Do you want to tell everyone a little bit about yourself?
Good evening. I'm Rebecca. I like drinking lubricants like this cocktail that I have next to me. I call it the Knoll Dog's Kiss. It's blue, and it's what I imagine a kiss from the Noldor after walking the what's it called? The
The Helcaraxy,
Helcaraxes.
yeah, the Helcaraxy, yeah.
How I imagine a kiss would taste.
Yeah,
It's
good.
vodka, gin, and lemonade.
Good. So, this is the first episode of Lord of the Flings, where love is dark, evil, and possibly deadly. We're going to play 3 rounds today. The first round is going to be smash or pass.
Sexy.
The second round is you're going to take those who you would smash and we're going to whittle them down. And then the third round, we're going to choose a winner. And then that winner, you're going to find out what type of date you're going to go on with them. How does that
Smash
sound?
me pasty.
Exactly. See whether you get your Becca smashed or not. But other than that, how are you doing? Happy Mother's Day. How are you?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not even married.
Shut the
How
fuck
do I
up.
have a
Yeah.
child?
You are married. She is married.
Yeah, good. Really nice Mother's Day.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
nice. It was nice.
Non-event-y, but like in a nice way. Just a
Yeah.
nice day out.
We just went out, didn't we? Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I feel very loved every day, so that's nice to have a chilled Mother's Day.
Bit gay. Good. Yeah. So what's been going on? The Sauron series has ended. I'm still not decided what I'm doing for the next lore heavy series. So if there's anything you want to see, please do write in. I've got a couple of episodes planned around calendars and stuff that I can do, which I'm kind of thinking about doing, slotting in. So we'll see how that goes. I turned 32 this week. That was, again, it was just kind of like a non-event. It's just these days where we don't really do much. And yesterday, which for anybody who lives in England, you might be aware of, Newcastle won the Caribou Cup, something like that, yeah. And they were doing the parade yesterday through Newcastle, where I was at a whiskey festival, and we left before it started to get heated. But there was like 300,000 people in the city centre, which was crazy.
Yeah, look mint.
Crazy, yeah. But
Bet they were all drinking that beer. Nordlies.
I got very drunk very quickly.
Nordlies.
I had like 20 drams because my mate gave me the ticket to the whiskey show.
And he was like, I'm getting my money's worth out of this free ticket.
Exactly. So I got Becca some birch vodka, which makes me think it's the kind of like moonshine and Ent would make. So
Entwash.
Well, yeah, it made me think.
That's what it is.
Is that Entwash? Like, you're going to grow taller. But anyway, we are going to recede back into our persona of game show host and game show contestant.
Okay.
So, thanks for joining us. And here we go. Okay, sorry about that. There was a little bit of interference. Not sure what's happened there. For those of you who are just joining us, this is Lord of the Flings, where we find innocent women who found themselves in Middle Earth. So, we've got 20 people.
20? Wow. 20 suitors.
I'm going to introduce them one by one, and I want you to tell me whether you would smash or pass. This is we're separating the wheat from the chaff here.
Okay.
This is the round where we don't need to think too deep about it.
Ruthless.
Yes, you just say smash or pass, and when we get through it, well, we need to get 10.
Okay.
Ideally. But we'll see. We've got 20 contestants.
Well, I sound like a slag if I keep like 15.
Yes.
Oh, Lord.
But that's just, it's the downside of being a woman. So, let's start with round 1.
Go on then.
Now, Rebecca. Our first contestant is tall, dark, and formerly handsome. He's literally burning with desire. Hailing from the fiery lands of Mordor, he's got his eye on you. Quite literally. It's enormous, and it's a flame.
Ooh,
He's
yeah.
obsessed with jewelry and world domination. Say hello to Sauron.
Woo!
Sauron, would you smash or pass?
Smash.
Smash. Well then.
Definitely. It's just that big fiery eye.
Very well, very well, very well. Well done, Sauron. Take a seat. Our next one. Now, this tortured soul is the original Dark Lord. He's a misunderstood bad boy, and he loves trying to create orcs, dragons, and eternal darkness. He's into rebellion against all things good, and occasionally he likes to let loose by smashing lamps. Morgoth, the OG villain. Smash or pass?
I'd have to say pass. He sounds like a child.
He does give big toddler energy.
Mm,
He does.
no
I have
thanks.
said this. He rebels against his dad because he's a whiny little bitch. Back to the void with you, my boy. Those blue balls aren't being emptied before Dagorath.
I feel like I'm drinking the contents of the blue balls.
It's very blue, the drink that you've chosen to bring onto the show.
Yes, it's blue raspberry. That's why it's the colour blue.
You have some lovely elderberry liqueur and some birch vodka,
I
and
thought
you're
I'd go.
drinking the colour blue.
I thought I'd go tacky. Tacky.
Well, fair dues, yeah, fair dues. I suppose if there's ever an intersection of people who listen to the show and people who are obsessed with Love Island and daytime TV or
Yeah, it's perfect.
Saturday night telly, this might be the one episode for them.
That's what they would drink. And to be honest, it's just to get rid of it.
Ah, fair dues, fair dues. Are you ready to meet our next contestant?
Yep. Shoot.
He's charismatic. He's charming. He's great at making speeches from his balcony. Resides in Orthanc, and this wizard
So was Michael Jackson.
traded in his morality for style and ambition. He's smooth talking and morally flexible.
Mm.
It's Saruman. What do you think, Becca? Initial thoughts?
I mean the hair.
Long, white, and
Whip
lustrous.
me with that hair.
Oh, goodness
Whip
me.
your hair back and
You
forth.
could braid it into a stiff ponytail and ride it.
Yeah, I remember that. That takes me back to a previous episode. Good times. Yeah, I think I would smash.
So we're starting to discover 3 people in. You're actually a bit of a slag. 2 smashes and a pass.
It's just the hair
Right. Next up.
and the big eye.
Now shout out. Yeah. So shout out to one of our friends. This is her favorite character overall, and I know for a fact it was her favorite episode of the podcast. He's a mysterious figure who rides on a dark steed and he rules over the undead. He's fond of black robes and dramatic entrances. He's looking for someone brave enough to handle his deadly charm, but he has been known to fold in on himself before a strong woman. Give it up for the Witch King.
No,
No, we're passing on the Witch King.
just I think I'd prefer to ride his horse over him.
Right, okay, took that in a direction I wasn't expecting. There we go. Right.
No,
Mm.
nah, I don't fancy it. He's the one with that big helmet as well, isn't he?
He has got a big purple helmet, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, well, not
not
purple.
really.
The difference between pink and purple, Rebecca? It's your grip.
I've just like slightly loosened my grip on the mic.
Yeah. The thing is, you're holding it like above your head and down, like putting the thing down towards your mouth as well.
I'm not making that action in and out though.
You're holding 2 mics above your head and you're just bobbing your head towards them. Okay, right. Our next contestant's just scuttled in. With 8 legs to hold you tight, this arachnid beauty is always
Nah.
hungry for adventure, and maybe you. Lurking in the darkness of Kirathungol, she promises to wrap you up in love. Shelob, smash or pass?
Pass. It's the scuttling.
Fair enough, fair enough.
I like the kind of people eater aspect.
Mm.
I like being cozy under my weighted blanket, so I don't think I'd mind getting wrapped up in webs. It's just the scuttling.
It's just
Oh.
for some reason my Instagram feed,
Down my
my
back.
Instagram, my Jolla For You explore page thing, absolutely fucking full of spiders. I don't know why, but I've just kind of I watch them and I don't know why. I don't even really like it. But Shelob, sexy Shelob from the games, the Shadow of War games, 100%. And do you remember when we watched Love, Death and Robots?
Yeah.
And there was that Beyond the Aquila Rift episode.
Yeah.
That sexy space spider got me as well. So yeah, it's just this thing about sexy spiders. I don't know what it is.
If we continuously watched documentaries about spiders.
Nah, I don't like it. It's
We held and handled
making me
spiders.
creep thinking about it. But
We've
the
made
idea
it
of
quite normal.
the idea of fucking one is great. But
No, not even that. Because imagine you're fucking a spider, and then its legs wrap round your willy as well. Can you just imagine those little spindly legs?
no, 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 no. Right, let's move on. We're still not quite human, but
Oh.
this guy, he's sophisticated, he's wealthy, and he's hotter than Dragonfire. Literally. He enjoys long naps, hoarding gold, and destroying dwarven cities.
Nice.
Could you steal his heart without getting barbecued? Because this is Smaug.
Yes.
You would smash
I would
Smaug.
smash Smaug.
Very well.
It would be like Donkey. I'm Donkey.
Ah, you're a girl dragon.
Yeah. I love a bit of gold. I love naps. And I think I could be quite fearsome to stand up and be like, down, boy. Yeah.
There is plenty of literature of people getting shagged by dragons.
Really?
There's lots of it. People write stories about it all the time.
No
About getting
way.
fucked by dragons. Yeah, it's just crazy.
There's literally no.
You don't read though. This is the thing. You're missing out on so much like dirty stuff.
I'm not going to read dirty things.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm not.
Whatever.
I'm not a smutty person.
Well, time is moving on, and so must we. We're still trying to wheedle out. So if you like being embraced by multiple tentacles and you like surprise swimming dates, look no further. Now this guy's got a nice patch just outside of the gates of Moria, and this waterbound mystery just wants someone to grab hold of tightly. Would you dive in with the Watcher in the water?
No.
You would not.
No, I'm passing. I've seen
Wow.
lots and lots of Japanese art. No, thank you.
Yeah. Well, maybe you'd be more interested in his neighbour then, because he's got a fiery temper and he's smoking hot. And he's an ancient demon straight out of your wildest nightmares. Now, he loves darkness, he loves fiery chasms, and he's a bit kinky because he enjoys a whip. What about Durin's Bane, the Balrog of Morgoth?
Yeah, I would say yes.
You would smash.
Because he looks hench, doesn't he?
He is very, very muscular.
And you could hold on to the horns.
Yeah, unless they burned you.
I don't care. I'd wear oven mitts.
You'd have soot marks all over your ass.
You can brand me
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
with these horns.
Oh, very well. Well, maybe we'll go into a bit more detail when we come to whittling them down again. So, our next contestant. Now, he knows exactly what you want to hear because he's probably been eavesdropping on you. He's creepy.
Little bitch.
He's sneaky.
Oh, no, who
and
is
he's the
this?
ultimate whisperer in chief.
Nah.
Now, if you're into clingy and manipulative men, you might like Grima Wormtongue. No? Is that, I need an answer. Is that smash or pass?
That is pass, definitely. Every single time, every episode we've done where he's been mentioned, no. Yuck. Yuck.
Very well. Yeah.
And in his portrayal in the film, oh. No,
let's not be hasty. Brad Dourif is a fantastic actor.
That hair.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, the hair and makeup.
The wet hair.
Yeah.
The pale skin.
The visual, yeah, P. Jackson films visually were fucking amazing. Did you see what Dom Monaghan had said the other day about it? Do you know the guy who played Merry?
No.
He'd said someone had asked him like, do you prefer the Hobbit films or the Lord of the Rings films? And he'd said, would you compare a sunbed to the sun? I was like, yeah, he's not wrong. But you can enjoy it. You can enjoy them both, but don't start getting crazy talking about. I enjoy the Hobbit films, but
Hobbit films easy watch and it's pretty.
Indeedy. Now this guy, he's muscular, he's motivated, he loves running long distance, and he's rumored to have given hair tips to Ariana Grande. He brings a fresh, aggressive energy to the relationship, and he's got a unique skincare routine. This is Lurtz, captain of the Urukai.
No chance.
No chance.
I take 10 minutes tops to get ready. I'm not waiting for him for hours to get ready, for then him to walk down the stairs and say, I need to go to the toilet.
Find the halfling.
just too much. No, I cannot.
I'm just putting it out there, people. This is the first person with dark skin tone that immediately she just said no to them. Just putting it out there.
I'd marry an eye. No, I'd shag an eye. But no, no, thank you.
Very well, very well. Now,
Next contestant.
this one. This guy's battle tested. He's leadership approved.
Mhm.
Very good job prospects.
Mm-hmm.
He's confident despite his unconventional good looks. He loves giving motivational speeches and he loves ordering troops around. And he doesn't flinch in the face of a
Oh, no.
gigantic block of marble hurtling towards him.
Yeah.
Would you charge
Pass,
to a romance
pass,
with
pass.
Gothmog,
Pass.
the orc commander named after the captain of Balrog from the first age? Pass.
I'm sorry, I know personality before looks, but fucking hell, no. He looks like. I'm not going to say that. That's really bad.
It looks
He
like.
looks like Miss Piggy's
Well, I was going to say he looks like when you make porridge in a pan.
shitted out a child. Like she has
Yeah.
accidentally reproduced in her bumhole and shit out a child.
He looks like a lot of people from Stockton,
No.
where I'm from. It's fair enough. Fair enough. So now we know. I mean, not to judge women or anything, not to be a misogynist, but it looks like we've got a very shallow slag on our hands.
Shallow and pedantic.
Shallow. Yeah, shallow and pedantic.
Nah, I
Oh.
can't get over that face and that little like pointy triangular ear thing
Yeah.
going on.
So you basically, any French bulldogs listening, you're out of luck with Doc Diaz.
Yeah.
She's not into you. Sorry, Gus.
Oh, I love Gus.
Right, this next guy, he's loyal to a fault, especially if you have shiny jewelry. He enjoys raw fish dinners and moonlit crawls through dark caves. He's obsessive, he's quirky, he knows all the best sushi spots, and he promises to call you his precious. Gollum, smash or pass?
I feel like I want to say yes, just purely because I feel like my teenage self always like the kind of really pale, long haired drummer type of people.
To be fair, there is a lot of people. Now that when you said teenage self, I can imagine there's a lot of women.
You've
I
never
know
met
now.
Jess's cousin.
Well, I know. I was thinking that like
Who's like awkward and a bit like dweeby.
there's a lot of like my best friends now. They were girls. They are now women. Like a lot of them are wives and mothers and what have you. Very successful. All of my friends are very successful. Weirdly enough, I can think of at least one boyfriend they've all had that looked like
awkward,
Gollum.
gothy,
I'll give you an example.
emo
I'll
boy.
tell you about it off air. But Lizzie used to go out with a guy called Lewis, and I went to primary school with him. And he's a lovely guy. Don't get me wrong, but physically, if he hasn't done what a lot of nerdy guys do after school, where they just like the minute they touch a barbell, they just become
Beef up.
jacked as fucking ripped as shit.
Yeah.
If Lewis carried on the trajectory of not doing that, he would very much be a Gollum type.
Yeah.
But
yeah, Jess's cousin.
shit, now I'm trying to figure out because I know
Works behind
Jake.
the bar.
Do you know Jake listens to this sometimes? So now I think Jake and Lewis hung out at college. So now I'm hoping that Jake doesn't grasp me up. Jake, if you're listening, don't grasp me up, mate. You know.
Right, so we all
He
know.
listens in the gym. So if he tells Lewis, I'm going to tell everyone that Jake's on the gear.
Right, everyone just think back to like Marilyn Manson.
But no, basically, we don't even
Teenager.
we don't even need to say anything. Anybody, we know our age range for this podcast is
Yeah.
roughly around our age. That is
Okay.
the main one is our age range, so we don't have to explain it.
Okay.
Every woman listening to this, I guarantee you have either been out with or one of your close friends has been out with someone who has the same physique and often personality.
I
type
still
as
have
Gollum.
I have a crush on Jess's cousin. I'm going to be honest.
It's so weird.
If we ever go to the pub,
me,
I didn't even know that this cousin existed. So maybe he was just super young.
it's so weird that like you're married to me.
And nobody was. He's
And-
honestly.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
You're like, all the men you're attracted to aren't me. But then I've seen the way you throw it back. And what the fuck?
Throw what back?
That ass. I just don't understand this.
Do you know what it is? It's the. I was like the really quiet. Well, I was almost like the funny chunker almost, and I was friends with everyone.
Yeah, that was me as well. Yeah.
So
Except I
People
I
don't realise because people are very shallow when they're teenagers. They don't
absolutely not.
realise
That's not how it works.
that the best person in that crowd is the one with the
You
personality.
sound like an absolute pick me. You sound like a fucking you sound like a
No,
pick me.
I'm not an incel.
No, I didn't. Well, you sound like a pick me.
I'm certainly
I'm
not.
so different from other girls.
No, I
If
certainly was not. I used to keep myself to myself
if
eventually because I
teenagers,
just thought,
if
fuck you
teenagers,
all.
right? You looking at me right now, right? If teenagers were as shallow as you say, explain all the fingering I did.
No, because you were a chav, right?
Let's
Not a
just say,
very high standard. You were a chav, okay?
excuse me.
You went with people who had a line of makeup. They probably had Soul body spray on.
Don't throw around facts as if they're insults. You bastards.
They had what was it called? White lightning?
Right.
Bottle
Again,
of white lightning at the park on a bloody school night
that
in a bush.
that was legitimate socializing.
My friends weren't like that. I was with the cool emo skater
No, you
people.
weren't. I've seen some of your friends that you were friends with at school. They were all fucking. You called them the dweebs.
No,
That is
no,
your
that
name.
was later
Yeah,
on when
whatever. Right. Let's move on
I
because
was not cool.
Gollum obviously
But yeah,
has
Gollum.
stirred something in
I
you.
think I don't like the fish diet, so I'm going to say no. Everything else, lovely.
Hmm. I'm gonna get a tattoo on Becca's pelvis that says "No admittance except on party business" because that seems to be the fucking criteria.
You're so fucking rude.
Oh shit! I scrolled too far. Right, the next one. He's a smooth talking diplomat with questionable dental hygiene. He's
No,
This confident bachelor
I know
is
exactly.
Sauron's
No,
personal messenger. And
no,
if you like dangerous smiles, cryptic
no,
negotiations, and a lot of head,
no.
the mouth of Sauron.
I
No.
can't because do you know what? I have that reoccurring. So, like, when I'm super anxious, I have that dream where my teeth, like, I'm spitting my teeth out in my hands and the blood's running through my hands and
Yeah.
like, my gums are disintegrating and just that amount of teeth.
Yeah. The dream would last for fucking hours with him.
Yeah, I just cannot. I cannot. And like, where does the tongue come out? Like, how many times are those teeth going to hit your privates accidentally, even if he tries his best?
Yeah, see, the thing is, I've said this before, but I would smash. It's not about me.
Really?
It's not about me, but it's because
You cheese grate, you dick.
yes, I know, but it's that freak factor. I'd be able to get my dick and balls in his mouth all at once.
Yeah, but he'd fucking tear them off.
Yeah, but
Accidentally, he
you know,
wouldn't even be trying.
glory, glory, what a hell of a way to die.
He's almost like.
We could just put them in there, rest them. Do you know, like in Finding Nemo when they're swimming at the whale's
That's
mouth?
what I was just about to say.
Yeah,
He's like a whale with the krill.
yeah, exactly. So like, if I just put them in there, and he didn't even have to like suck or anything, I just rested my nuts on his tongue, and then he just moved.
And he
His
went.
yeah, that's all he do is go like Patrick on SpongeBob was like
Yeah. Patrick. Oh, yes.
Patrick Star.
If he was in this list, smash his pasty every day. I would live with him. Oh, yes. I want to be Patrick Starr's wife.
Okay, he wants to be in your Patrick Starfish. So for this next one, we've got he's tall, buff, pale, and absolutely terrifying. He's known for his intimidating presence, his strong family values, and
Sounds like you.
he's got a mean right hook. But he mostly is about destroying dwarves, and he's ready to defile you and your heart. Azog the Defiler from the Hobbit movies. Smash or pass?
Smash.
Oh, yeah, true. He's just so muscular.
I just think, yeah, he sounds like you, apart from the wanting to kill dwarves.
Fair dues, fair dues, fair dues. Moving on, moving on. Let's we've got to speed up this round.
Sorry.
Furry, ferocious, and incredibly loyal. Imagine dating a giant murderous husky. They're energetic, they're playful, and they're absolutely willing to chase down anything for you. They are the wargs.
Yes. We've had this discussion before.
We have, unfortunately, we have had this discussion. Very unfortunate.
No, it's the warmth, the hair. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, these next ones, maybe we'll stick in the same vein. Perfect for dramatic aerial dates. Think Jasmine on the magic carpet. These leathery winged beasts promise breathtaking, possibly terrifying views of Mordor. If you're looking for a romance that's going to take you to new heights, check out the Fell Beasts.
Yeah,
Yeah, you'd
yeah.
smash the Fell
I
Beast.
would do a fell
You
beast.
are the woman on the cover of all these romance novels of all these weird genres. There's always like a woman with a beast like staring down, and you know she's going to end up fucking it.
Does anyone do um like selling of a used fell beast dildo?
Yes, that'd be Bad Dragon. They do all. They do all kinds of monster dildos.
But do people? But do they sell
See
them
now
used?
they.
I feel like there's a market.
If I would, for what? For what? Like your cream? What?
No, no,
The smell of you? What?
no, no. Like funky. Well, I suppose it already exists. Like
Unwashed
cam girls who like,
used dildos, right? Okay,
but
yeah,
like
from
the
used
all
from.
mythical things. Like it's the people who are like niche to mythical beasts.
Yes, and that Bad Dragon, they do a lot of different dildos based on like mytholo. They've got like unicorn cocks and stuff like that. Now, if I was to ever
Does
do,
that have to be spirally because it's a
yeah,
unicorn?
well, I'll show you after this. But if I was to ever do a sponsorship on this, Bad Dragon is one of the ones. I think they're one of the good guys. Like I'd probably take that. I'd advertise for them. That'd be good. It'd be funny as fuck. Anyway,
Let's do a fell beast.
okay, right. The
Just the names mint.
yeah,
Like, oh yeah, meet my boyfriend. He's a fell beast.
true. Right. The next ones, they are pale, mysterious, and hauntingly romantic. If your idea of romance involves being trapped underground in a tomb with undead entities who love chanting dark poetry and chilling in crypts, would you smash or pass the Barrow Whites?
I'd pass them.
Very
I
well.
know I
Pass them.
work with
Aye.
deceased,
You do,
but
yeah. You can't get caught saying this shit.
but well, no, I just nah.
Right now, this
There's
guy.
no personality in the room apart from mine, and it's not the best.
True, true. Let's move on because there's someone here. This shadowy bachelor is into secrecy, mysterious rituals, and raising the spirits and controlling the spirits of the dead. He's quiet, enigmatic, and has an amazing gothic fortress with an aura. Would you like to get enchanted with a necromancer of Dol Guldur?
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
yeah, well,
every time.
considering it's Sauron's altar ego.
Yes, let's do it.
Now, this guy is for the real OGs. He's fierce, he's wolfish, and he's blessed with a fiery bite. He's so hungry and ambitious, he's swallowed a Silmaril itself.
Mm.
This giant wolf promises wild adventures, thrilling chases, and an appetite that
You're
can't be
selling all of
satisfied.
them.
Would you like to let loose with Karkaroth, the greatest wolf to ever live?
Yes, I have to really.
Oh, you do,
I
you do,
have
you
to.
do.
If I've said yes to a warg,
Right, last one for this round.
and then I'm going to pour another drink.
Yeah, so this guy, he's ambitious, he's bossy, he's decisive. This Urukai captain specializes in leadership, discipline, and chasing hobbits across the countryside. Would you enjoy a high energy day filled with yelling, running, and questionable snack choices?
No,
Because they're not for eating, and this is Ugluf,
fuck that.
the
Nah,
Urukai
I'm
captain.
sorry.
No?
You've got to have some good snacks if you're going to take me out on an
I'm just going to
adventure.
say this. It's really not good game show etiquette that while I'm trying to read the description of my guests, you are already saying no. Just bear
You
in mind
know,
that
I'm sorry.
there is an audience who want to hear this.
As a woman, you know there's red flags, and you know as soon as you hear one of those red flags, they're done. You don't need to know anymore.
Yes, but the audience still do. The audience still need to know.
Whatever.
You fucking div. Right, so let's tally up who you would smash. So that was Sauron. Sauron, Saruman, Smaug. Oh, all the S's. Goodness me, goodness me. Now, this is the part of the show where if we did sponsors, I would put an advert in. But we don't. So I won't. Sauron. I did.
Let's make a pretend advert for Viagra.
Do you like holidays, but you don't like looking at people? Do you like mountain getaways, but
Mm.
you wish that people would just fucking leave you alone? Do you wish that you could wander for days and days and see such sights that have never been seen for hundreds of years, discover history, but there's also a little bit of thrill of danger? Well, if so, I want you to know that the Kingdom of Erebor is financing another expedition to Moria. Don't read about the last ones. Come and join this one. Led by Balin, a trusty dwarf.
Balin the tour guide.
Exactly.
What would you tip him in? Gold.
I don't know. So let me just tally this up, right? You've got a Balrog of Morgoth, who you said you'd smash.
Tell you what, it might not be very classy,
Mm.
but this blue raspberry vodka is quite nice. Takes me
Really?
back to house parties
Yeah. Oh, that's
and
very good.
hairless men, hairless boys.
Hell, that sounds worse. No. No. Don't say hairless boys.
I once went, this is just going to be a little side bit. I once went to a house party and it was fancy dress. And my friend really liked this boy, who this boy really liked my friend, but also liked me as well.
Yeah.
And I think I've told you this before, but he was dressed as the Joker. So he had like all his face painted.
Right.
And for some strange reason, there's this picture that was put on Facebook of me stood in the kitchen, and my costume was just like 1920s flapper girl.
Mm-hmm.
And I have got half of my face covered in white paint. And no one seemed to realise what me and the Joker, my friend, had been doing.
Oh, I bet they all did. They know, like, just look at those two fucking bastards.
So yeah, fun times.
Yeah. I think.
I wish I had, like, I'd love to go back and have the confidence that I do now and go back to secondary school and just be like, just see how it would work out and then come back to like now time. Because like you're different, you've had the same kind of level of confidence.
Nope. No, I haven't.
I feel like you have
Nope.
though.
Nope. Not at all.
Hmm.
Nope. Couldn't be further from the truth. Nope.
You've been confident though, like for college and that.
Nope.
Really?
Nope. Uh-uh.
Hmm.
Being loud is very different to being confident. But that,
Class clown.
yeah, it's not the same. It's not the same thing. But turned around when I was in my, I think I was like 22, something,
When you met me,
20, no, no, I met you when I was 24, dickhead. 21, 22,
rude.
something like that. I was like, everyone's a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Like, literally, everyone's a fucking idiot. It doesn't matter.
I think it was when I met you that
What's the worst that could happen? And the really freeing thing is when you really kind of get down to it, and you think, how many people do I really give a shit about what they think about me? In the sense that it would change my life to how it would it change my life in some meaningful way if they thought worse of me? And would I lose sleep over them not liking me? And when I realized that that number is shockingly low, and it
mm.
remains shockingly low to this day. It's literally, I could count it on the hands that I've got a finger missing. And that was for the turning point, because there comes a certain point where you realize that nobody ever thinks about you as much as you think they do.
mm.
And after that, everyone's got their own shit going on. All the thoughts you have, you're not unique. I'm sorry to say this. Unfortunately, you're not unique. Everybody has got some form of fucking mad shit going on in their head. Most of the time, they're just thinking, oh, I need to get to this thing. I need to get to this next thing. I need to do this. Or like, I want to do that, blah, blah, blah. They're thinking about themselves so much that you barely register. It will take a lot for you to fuck up and do for the to register in any meaningful way with other people that's not going to fade. And once I started to realize that, and I feel quite lucky, and I don't use that term lightly. I do feel quite lucky that I realized that when I was in my early 20s, where I was like, nobody really gives a shit about me. And that's so freeing.
Yeah, it was very invigorating
That's like fantastic because, and
to
then,
meet you.
yeah, and then it was just like, all right, cool. So now I can just start doing the shit I want to do. I can start saying what I want to say because what's the worst that someone's going to do? They're going to push back. And I'll be like, you know, what's up? And it's all this comes with like you get used to it as well. So like when someone pushes back and this, you start you have a few confrontations with people. Not and confrontation doesn't mean you're going to fight. It just means someone challenges what you've said, and then you're able to handle that. And the more you do that, the more you get used to it, the more confidence you genuinely build, and the less you have to pretend.
Mhm.
Because at first it's like you pretend you're confident because you're like, "Okay, I'm gonna do this," and then you realize nobody really cares, and then the people that do kinda, like, push back, you get used to dealing with, so by the time, you know, you do this for, like, a few months, you start to realize that, like, yeah, I'm doing and saying what I want, and it's really freeing, and I've lived my life pretty much like that. But before you know, you have to you do fake it till you make it, but that when you have these life experiences as well, like, that base level of confidence builds and builds and builds and builds, and then I think I just skipped a little bit because I realized quite early on, I was like, "Ah, nobody really gives a fuck. Everybody only really cares about themselves on some level." Like, it takes something like unconditional love, like being a parent or something like that, for you to unconditionally love no, like, I unconditionally love our daughter, and I love you, but there are things you could do that would make me stop loving you. There's nothing our daughter can do that would do that. So, yeah, it's really interesting, like and it sounds pessimistic, but it's not, in the idea that nobody really gives a shit, and I don't mean that in a bad way. It just means that everybody is like you in the sense that their head is full of fucking noise, and they're just trying to get by the best they can.
Yeah, that helped me.
It frees me so much.
I feel like I've grown, like, massively since I met you.
Yeah, you have. You really let yourself go. It's a
I've
relationship where,
grown,
um,
like, much wider.
you have
My face is round.
yeah, it is, yeah, you are much more confident, when you're spending my money and yeah.
I travel a lot.
Right, back to the show. Sorry about that.
Oh, yeah, that was that couple before who were talking. Don't know who they are.
Yeah, that interference has come through again. Anyway, back to
Rude.
Lord of the Flings. So, Rebecca, from that round, the first round, you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You had 11 smashes
Phew.
and
Not
9
a slag.
passes. You are in the you are an above average slag, if we're going to put it like that.
Just a slightly above.
It's probably like 55% ish, I think would be. I really need Becca from or Ace from my D&D group.
Oh,
They're really good at maths, and I'm really shit at maths.
60%.
And no, I don't know. And it really shows when we're playing or like we play
Oh.
Pathfinder like D&D. Really shows because they'll just be like, "Oh yeah, it's this is like averages," and I'm like, "Uh
Do
huh."
any of them like Lord of the Rings?
Not to the extent I
See,
do.
your things just don't mix.
Oh, that's so weird how they've just messaged for me.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, so before we go into round two, is there anything you'd like to review of the list? So you said you would smash.
Nah, I'm going with all my answers. I don't care
Oh,
what you're
hang
gonna
on.
say.
Oh, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's exactly 10. You'd said you'd smash.
50%?
You're a bang on average slag. You're mediocre. Sorry. I keep calling you a slag. I don't mean to.
I don't care. I quite like it. I'm embracing my Nicki
Well,
Minaj stage.
oh yeah, Super Freaks, awesome. Right. You said you would smash Sauron, Saruman, Smaug, Balrog, Gollum, Azog, the Wargs, all of the Fell Beasts,
Yeah.
the Necromancer, and Karkaroth. Is there any of them you would like to change?
No,
All right then. So we move on to round two. Now, of the 10,
5
we
rounds.
need to go to 5. So we're now going to ask a couple
Getting
of
liquid and
questions.
turning, I can slipping and sliding.
Don't sing that song,
It's
please.
such a good
It's
song.
a really good song. It's a really good
Very
song.
horny.
Yes, it is. It is. So we're going to go on to round two, which is Q&A. So would you rather date someone who is completely hairless below the eyebrows or hairy all over?
Right. To what degree are we talking hairy?
This it will decide we carry forward into the next round.
no.
And I'm doing top list to bottom list. So top of the list to the bottom of the list go against each other. So I'll ask you 2 questions for each of them. Would you rather date someone who is completely hairless below the eyebrows or someone who's got hair on every inch of their body?
I'm not going to use my example, but I'm going to say hairless
Very well. Very well. Would you rather?
because you're not actually that hairy from below your shoulders. You're not actually that hairy.
Yeah.
You're like very averagey hairy.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Would you rather have a date in a giant tower
No,
or a
a
forest?
forest.
Right. Okay.
Don't want to be
Okay.
trapped.
All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Would you rather date someone who was sophisticated or primal?
Primal.
Well, then, so we're going to say goodbye to Sauron there. He's got himself voted off in favour of Karkaroth.
I mean, he can't move very far, can he? Depending on his astral projection.
It's not quite how it works.
It's kind of like that, though.
Yeah, okay, all right. Well, he's still in the game, slightly. Would you rather date somebody who lived in a giant black tower or a giant black castle?
A castle.
Oh, okay, very nice, okay. Would you rather someone had 10,000 servants of varying abilities or 9
Um,
incredibly powerful servants?
I'd rather
No,
have
quality or quantity?
quality. I'm a quality person. That
Right.
you didn't even have to ask that question. I'm all about the quality.
Right. Well,
I'm a quality person.
yeah. In that case, we say goodbye to Saruman. He gets blown away as a wind in the west once again, and the necromancer stays.
Oh
Oh.
gosh.
Now, would you rather date someone who was wealthy but arrogant, or poor and humble?
Poor and humble. It's like you.
Okay, not
When
really.
we first met, you were poor and humble.
Yeah.
No, you weren't. You were poor and arrogant.
Yeah. Exactly.
And I loved it.
Yeah, I was investment. Exactly. I was an investment. I still am. Well, no, I'm not. It's paying off.
No, I'm more of the investment now.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck you're a lady of leisure who's got no fucking chill. Like,
Tell you what.
so poor and humble is what you'd rather go with.
Yeah. The
Okay.
only way is up, baby. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Would you rather it's somebody who hangs out near a lake or near a volcano?
Volcano.
Right then, fucking
I
hell.
love a bit of it's not pyroclastic flow, it's
Pyroclastic?
I just love I love warmth.
Oh, fair enough. So we
Get me
say,
to the Canary Islands.
yeah, fair enough. We say goodbye to Smaug
Oh,
as we keep the fell beasts.
really?
That's yeah, but
Because of that one
we'll
question.
go through them again, and you can veto if
Okay.
you want to. You get one you can veto.
Smaug's got personality.
Well,
Though.
you get one you can veto,
Right.
so
Probably
we'll
that
save
one.
that. Would you rather date someone who is very handy with a whip, or someone who is very likely to leave scratches on your back?
Scratches.
Oh, goodness me!
A girl loves a scratch and a scritch.
Oh, would you rather date someone who's very solitary, or someone who might invite a few friends?
Oh, sorry. That was a very sexy question. I just flipped a.
I don't see what's sexy about that. I'm just asking these questions. I'm just
That
the
was a
interviewer.
fake.
It was a fake coin, yeah.
That was a fake coin.
We're not counterfeiters. It's one of our daughter's coins.
It's a plastic coin.
It's plastic. It's
Um,
the fuck Queen Elizabeth III.
I mean, you've got your dwarven
Mhm.
coins over there. I would definitely say solitary. I'm not a people person, really. Like, only people who knew me the best would
Yeah,
know that.
fair enough. So
I'm
you're not
very
up for
much a
you're not up for the friends visiting.
no. If you died, that would be it.
Fair enough.
Just keep myself to myself. Go
Fair
to
enough.
one of those bars, sit on the corner of the bar.
Yeah, we've been over
Yeah,
this. So me and Becca have talked about what'll happen when I die because let's face it, I'm probably
definitely
going to
not
go
have another
first.
man.
And she basically the way she described it, without irony, it was Lola from the Copacabana song. She just described sitting in a bar for like 20 years at the end of the bar, being a like she, being
The
a
widow.
regular somewhere. And I was like, Becca, you are describing Lola
No,
from the Copacabana song by
so,
Barry Manilow.
but also imagine, so like my outfit would be Katy Perry, um, summer after high school when we first met.
Yeah, the one that got away. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I would wear the black veil over my face, and I would be sat at the end of the bar in the Bahamas.
Yeah, you're just talking about Lola at the Copacabana. You're drinking a blue fucking drink.
There's no umbrellas in it though.
Oh God. Right. Okay. Last one. Would you rather live overground or underground?
Um, underground.
Okay. We say goodbye to the wags
Well,
as we keep the Balrog.
hmm. I think that was a bad substitute, really.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel
Well,
like I should have said overground.
we see how it goes. Do you prefer a man with all of his hands and fingers or without? Be very
Without.
careful how you answer
I'm going to say without just to save my marriage.
this. Do you prefer?
I'm going to say without just purely because something different. You
Yeah,
don't need all your fingers.
true. There's no danger of me rubbing my nails against you.
That's a perfectly smooth appendage you've got there.
My thump.
I forget you're missing like half of your finger.
Yeah,
I really do.
I'm gonna stump you.
I also forget about that tattoo on your arse cheek as well,
I,
all the time.
I always forget about it.
I never really see your tattoo. So when like our child says like she wants a tattoo,
It's so weird having a 3-year-old say the one. I always forget I've got tattoos. I don't see them anymore.
yeah, well, I don't see your tattoos at all, and I don't think I ever really have.
Nah, nah, same. Like whenever you bring
So
them
I
up,
just see I see like a person, but I don't even see like your. Sometimes I don't even see your face. It's just like, oh, that's my person.
yeah. Like I never remember the tattoo on my ass until you bring it up.
I just have a giggle every time I see it.
Never see. I never. Well, I don't see it. I don't think about it. Right. Okay. So you prefer a man who's missing some appendages? That's fine.
Yeah.
Would you prefer a man who is subtle or confrontational?
I'm gonna speak for all women here.
Yeah, fine.
Um,
I'm
I
not.
mean,
I'm not gonna. I'm
it's
not.
the bad boy
I'm not
category,
gonna.
so I'm gonna say
I'm not gonna change my
confrontational.
personality based on this. Like,
I'm gonna say confrontational.
I'm
I
confrontational.
can't help it. Yeah.
I'm confrontational as fuck anyway.
I mean, it's the most sexiest thing in a man when they fight for what they believe in. So I'm just gonna say that and leave it there, and I'll just
Yeah.
act like a lady
Sometimes not even that. I'm just an asshole.
while he while he spouts off and he gets into a fisticuffs.
Oh,
You haven't done that for a while.
it's been like 6 years. I've not got into a
When
fight
we first
in a
got
long time.
together, though,
I've not got into a fight
that
for a
was
long
fun.
time. Yeah.
That was fun when people were like, "It wasn't him, I promise."
No,
Those
it was.
students,
No, it was.
those students carrying her along.
No,
It wasn't him. He didn't start it.
no, it was. Someone called me a fat cunt. I
Yeah,
know.
yeah. You
Yeah,
just
anyway, right. That's not what we're here about. We're not glorifying stuff. We're not glorifying stuff like that. It's
no,
dickhead
you
behavior.
you
It's not. It's dickhead
no.
behavior. Right.
But you've got to fight for what you believe in.
Yes, you do.
So we don't like we're into pacifist nature, but when it's something that's important, you've got to stand up for what you believe in.
Yeah, no, being a pacifist doesn't mean being a pushover. Like,
No,
there's other ways. Plus, you
you can
sometimes
use your
you've got
words.
sometimes you've got too much to lose. Anyway, right. We go down. We risk going down the route of me being drunk and be like, "Oh, I used to be hard, me." It's like every fucking drunk man in the northeast of England is like, "I used to be
With
hard."
your bald head.
Yeah, exactly. I used to be hard.
And now I look like a thumb.
Never been that case. Right.
I'm joking, you don't look like a
You,
thumb.
not
You're a
bothered.
hairy thumb.
Not bothered. You smashed 5 and you passed 5. Would you like to change any of your answers? But
Smaug.
hang on.
Smaug.
Shut the fuck up. Oh my god. How do you not understand we have an audience?
Smaug.
Shut the fuck up and let me explain. You can swap one of them, but there have to be a substitute. So if you want to smash someone, you've got to pass someone you're already smashing. Yeah?
Go on then, read my
You and your
list.
mum finishing people's sentences. Do you know what? Jamie did the same thing the other day and I told him off as well. He fucking started finishing my sentence and I said, "Do you know what? You sound like Becca and a mum. Stop trying to finish people's sentences."
I don't finish people's sentences.
What the fuck have you just been doing there?
Saying my choice.
Right. You chose to smash Balrog, Azog, Felbeast, Necromancer, Karkaroth. Who do you want to swap for Smaug?
Who's Kalgaroth again? Is he
Karkaroth
the
is the
very smooth, muscly?
no, it's the werewolf, the greatest werewolf to have ever lived. Swallowed a Silmaril, bit off Beren Ecthelion's hand.
Gonna swap the Balrog.
No, it wasn't Ecthelion. It was
Smaug.
Ecthelion. You swapped some Balrog.
Yeah. Do
Right
it.
then. Okay.
I couldn't swap someone. Yeah. Do it. Just do
Okay.
it.
All right. All right. So
I'm ready for a night out here.
yeah, me too. Yeah, we're getting a bit crunk, aren't we? Okay. Right. We have now got the 5 smashes. Oh, just give me 2 seconds. Becca, why don't you tell me a little bit about your choices while I get the last round ready?
Right. So Smaug is Smaug, and probably the one that I'll be choosing, because he's gorgeous. He's got those little like dangly bits under his chin, which I feel like I'd love to play with. He's scaly. Oh, anyone ever felt scales? Highly moisturized, better than my skin.
Oh my god.
Also, just imagine the Netflix and chill with Smaug. Anyway, I can't even remember the rest of my choices because, well, I've drank a lot of that blue stuff, that Noldor's.
Yeah,
No, sorry.
I didn't realize it was vodka.
The cocktail is called the Noldog's Kiss because this was after Helcaraxi.
Mm.
After their travels, they picked up some sort of stray dog, and this is the kiss of it. And the colour of it is blue like the ice, the very deep ice of the Helcaraxi.
Ooh, right.
So when that dog
Yeah.
arrived where it needed to be, I was there, and it went, and it was intoxicating, which is how I feel right now. It's intoxicated.
Right. Thank you for bearing with me and listening to whatever the hell that was. Speaking of bearing with us, I do have another advert.
Please.
This is from Bayonne's Toll
Oh
Service.
God, I was honestly, if it was the Good Boys.
This is from Bayonne's
Smash up
Toll
on that.
Service. Do you ever think that you need to get from Mirkwood to the Shire, but you
Yes.
don't want to go all the way south and round the Gap of Rohan?
No.
Well, fear not, because even though there are orcs in the Misty Mountains, there is a way through. The Bay Awnings, they hold a road open. They can get you through. For a small fee, they open the pass, and they keep it open, and they keep the orcs away from you.
Do they have honey?
Possibly, there is a concession stand. There is even a gift shop where you can buy some Bayonne's oat cakes. So, if you're in a hurry and you're on a, let's say, a top secret mission from Mirkwood to Rivendell, and you need to get across the mountains, give the Bayonings Toll Road a try. And remember, fuck dwarves. So, I'm going to read you through some date ideas.
Okay.
Now, you can't choose until the end, but this is what they've all put forward as their date ideas
Okay.
for you.
Let's go.
So, the first one, You'll begin with an enchanting tour through the lonely mountains' vast glittering treasure trove. You can expect intimate conversations whilst you're sat comfortably atop piles of dwarven gold and enjoying a candle-lit dinner, perhaps some roast mutton from the wild slopes of Dale and Erebor. Just be cautious. If you compliment this guy too much, there might be a bit of a ego-driven inferno coursing through your loins before you know it. It's going to be luxurious, but possibly scorching.
Dangerous.
And that's what Smaug has put forward for his date idea.
Very sexy.
Second guy, your date kicks off with a thrilling chase through the moonlight. Clad in nothing but a smile, you'll be sprinting through shadowy woods as Karkaroth's fiery eyes illuminate the forest path in front of you as you chase your quarry. Later, you might share a tender moment as you attempt to soothe his insatiable hunger and uncontrollable lust. He's ideal for those who take the bad boy too far and see red flags as more of an enticing challenge. Our third date, you could experience the vibrant nightlife in the misty mountains with Azog, your aggressive yet attentive date. You could enjoy a romantic underground rave featuring goblin drummers, questionable drinks, and intense staring
Oh,
competitions.
yeah.
And as a bonus, Azog will proudly show you each one of his scars and how he got it. Would you be interested in a macho date with Azog? But don't answer yet, because we've got two more to go. For couples who might like to bond through dark magic, you can enjoy a candlelit seance summoning spirits from beyond the grave, and you can finish the night sipping shadowy cocktails atop Dol Guldu's haunted balconies, whispering sinister sweet nothings under the moonlight. He'll promise eternal devotion, though his exact definition of forever might be a bit more literal than you expect. But the views from Dol Guldur are going to be great because remember, it's in Amon Lank, which means Naked Hill because no trees grow there, so the skyline is going to be beautiful. The only hazard we do have to warn you from a production standpoint is that there's possible chance that you might get cursed to live eternally through the gifting of one of the rings, given you are a human. And the last one, take a romantic sky high, soaring over the dark, dramatic landscapes of Mordor flight. You could thrill at the breathtaking volcano vistas and the occasional screams of terrified peasants in around the Sea of Nirnen. And you can end the night perched romantically atop Barad-dûr, gazing lovingly into each other's eyes and sightless sockets. Now, you've heard the 5 dates. You could have a candlelit dinner in Erebor. You could have an active moonlight hunt in Beleriand. You could experience the vibrant nightlife of Goblin Town. You could work some midnight necromancy at Dol Guldur. Or you could soar through the skies of Mordor. Now, which of our dates takes your fancy?
Give me that fucking mutton.
Smaug. Wow. You were going on a date with Smaug.
It was either him or the orc nightlife because
Oh, that does
I
sound
do like a cocktail, but what turned me off was the battle scars and
really. Yeah. You talk a little bit.
talking about those battle scars.
Yeah.
I kind of fuck off.
Well, this one's one.
That's the only thing you've got to talk about. At least Smaug would be like, what's it like to be out there and not be feared by everyone who sees you? At least we would have some great conversations. And I would die. I'd the necromancer. I don't want to live forever. No, fucking hell, kill me now. Do you know what I mean? Just yak.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Well, in that case, I'm glad to have brought you through all 3 rounds of our game show. You will be shipped off to Airball as soon as we can arrange the flight.
Can you put some holes in the crate?
Well, we'll see. We'll see. We do have to say from a production standpoint that we have sent a letter to Smaug, but we don't know and we haven't received a response. So we can just hope for the best that when we send you to Airball, that you'll be allowed to approach the gate.
I mean, I don't know whether he can hold a pen.
If you're just there loud, scream loudly that you're there to fuck, you should be fine.
Yeah.
But we'll see. But we're gonna wish Rebecca the best of luck from the show, and we're gonna hope that her date goes well, and hopefully you return for another show, and you don't get burnt to a crisp. So, thank you for playing Lord of the Flings. Thank you for all of our guests, and thank you for all of the content for our one contestant. But thank you for all of the esteemed bachelors who wrote in, and the one bachelorette, but she didn't make it through the round, unfortunately. That was Sheila,
I know.
unfortunately.
I love
Thank you
a
both for
woman as
writing in,
well, but
and hopefully we can play again in future.
yeah.
But we're going to wave you off now because the dwarves have come with the crate, and you're going to get bundled in. So bye. Bye from me, Chris.
Oh, bye from Rebecca. Wish me luck.